Hello and welcome to Math 126 Online. I want to go over the syllabus right now. So click right here, syllabus. You can download that. There we go. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. So it says Math 126 Pre-Calculus 1, Section 1007, 1008. That is the these are the online sections for pre-calculus. Excuse me. My name is Jeff Downs. My email address is jeffrey.downs@wnc.edu. My homepage is www.wnc.edu/Downs. My office is in the Carson campus, ASMA 224. My phone number there is 445-4400. My cell number is 775-762-4837. I say call that only like in emergencies. Anyway, office hours, Monday, Wednesday, 12:45 to 2:15, and Friday 8:15 a.m. to 11:20 a.m. or by appointment. So the prerequisite for Math 126 is Math 96 or 3 units of high school mathematics at the level of algebra and above. Course description provides a third course in algebra. Topics include polynomial, rational and radical equations, absolute value and quadratic inequalities, relations and functions, linear, quadratic, polynomial, exponential, and logarithmic functions. Logarithmic are the best. Their graphs, applications, and systems of equations. Upon completion of this course, successful students should be able to do the following: solve polynomial, radical, and rational equations, solve absolute value and quadratic inequalities, identify functions and find inverse functions, graph, find slopes and equations of linear functions and use them in models, sketch the graphs of basic functions and transformations of them, graph polynomial, exponential, and logarithmic functions and use them in models, solve systems of equations and inequalities, not necessarily linear. Okay, course credits 3, transferability within Nevada. This course is designed to apply toward a WNC degree and or transfer to other schools within the Nevada system of higher education, depending on the degree chosen and other courses completed. It may transfer to colleges and universities outside Nevada. For information about how this course can transfer and apply to your program of study, please contact a counselor. The linkage to college mission: apply mathematical, analytical, problem-solving skills through the use of polynomial, exponential, and logarithmic functions, the applications of systems of equations, and the application of matrices. Provide instruction that contributes to students' ability to think critically and solve problems, to reason mathematically, and to apply computational skills. Our textbook is Pre-Calculus by Paul Sison. This is the second edition. You have some choices for this class. You can get the textbook bundled with Hawk's Learning System and ebook, and so that's the book and the software and the ebook. That's if you want a paper book. You can get the book with the software. You can get the book by itself. You can get the ebook by itself. And if you want the ebook or just the book, that's what you want if you do all your paper, your homework on paper and your exams on paper. If you're going to want to do homework online, you're going to want it bundled with the software. Supplies. You need a textbook, paper or online version, calculator. It's recommended you purchase a TI-89 for this class, especially if you're going to go on to calculus eventually. The TI-89 is going to be very useful. Now, I will say, if you're going to be at my college doing it in person, 2 of us allow you to do calculators, TI-89s for calculus, and 2 people don't. So keep that in mind. If you're going to take Math 181 online with me, then you can use the TI-89 for that. Grading scale, A, B, C, D, F, pretty standard grading scale. Grade breakdown, midterm, 1 to 200 points each. Discussions, minimum of 10 discussion postings at 10 points each, and I'll talk about that more in a moment. 5 chapters at 40 points each, that's 200 points. 10 quizzes at 10 points each, 100 points. And 1 final at 200 points for a total of 800 points. Exams will be a midterm. You may take a paper exam or an online exam unless you are a fast-track student and your high school requires proctored paper exams. Online exams are through Hawk's Learning System and may be repeated to improve grade. Paper exams are downloaded and transmitted back to the instructor by the due date. Paper exams may only be taken once, but the student may choose to improve the grade with an online exam. There'll be no makeup for missed exams. The due date for the midterm is October 20th, 2015. Paper exams must be in my possession by that date. The course ID for the online work in Hawks is going to be Math 126 Fall 2015 online. Discussion. You must provide at least 10 postings in the discussion board. The postings must be substantive and not simply say I agree. You can either ask a question from our material or you can answer a question. Your first posting should be an introduction about yourself. You can also post in the math jokes area, put some jokes in there, respond to people's jokes. That's part of building the community. My point, though, is that we need to do discussion postings as part of being involved in this class. This is not an independent study course. We are a group. And that's the part that frustrates people the most. When the end of the semester comes and they have 3 postings and they lose a 1-letter grade because of that, they get really angry at me. I'm telling you now, do your 10 posting. It's not hard to do that. Homework, you have 2 choices for the homework in this class. You can either do the Hawks Learning System section certifications, or you can do the homework assigned with each lesson in class. Homework counts for a total of 200 points. If you try the Hawks and would prefer to go with traditional homework, you may do so. If you do the traditional paperwork, and you must fax, email, or mail your homework to me to be postmarked day of the exam. I actually prefer people to scan it and upload it inside of Hawks, or no, inside of Canvas. There's a place to upload that. It's easy for me to view it, and then I don't have extra stuff in my mailbox, and I'm not looking all over the place for it. So make sure I get the homework. Quizzes, there'll be 11 quizzes. The top 10 quizzes will count for the grade. The quizzes can be found in the modules in Canvas, unless you're a fast-track student. Your high school requires proctored paper quizzes. There'll be a final exam due on December 15th, 2015. It may be taken on paper or online. Again, I didn't put it in here, but same thing. If you are a fast-track student and your school requires proctored paper exams, you're going to take it on paper. Attendance, students are expected to participate and keep pace on a regular basis. Students failing to keep pace or answer emails from the student for 2 or more weeks may be dropped from the course with an F. Any departure from the attendance policy must be pre-approved by September 9th. Oops, went too far, too quickly. Okay. Ethics statement, no cheating of any kind will be tolerated. Any student caught cheating, attempting to cheat, or assisting in the cheating of another student will be expelled from the class with a failing grade. You cannot work with other people on exams. It is a solo effort. If you want to work together, I guess I can get the score and divide it by 2, and each of you get half of the score. I'm not serious. We're just not going to do that. So, moving on, early alert. Please note that in an effort to help students successfully complete their courses, the counseling office on campus will ask faculty for names of students they feel may be in need of additional assistance. A counselor may contact you to offer some ideas. Typo there. Grade appeals can be made to Scott Morrison at scott.morrison@wnc.edu. Disability statement. If you have a disability for which you need to request accommodations, please contact Susan Trist, and there's her information. There are important dates here. And we get down here to our tentative schedule. We should keep to the schedule. Now, it looks like we're doing a lot, and we are doing a lot in the first 4 weeks. We're covering 2 chapters. But those chapters are all review. Those are Math 96 topics. So if you have successfully completed Math 96, that should not be a challenge to you. And then that's going to include radicals, radical equations, imaginary numbers, things like that. We're going to go through it. I have lessons for each of those all inside of Canvas. So take a look at the lessons, ask questions, and so on. But this is should not be new to you. You may have forgotten some of the concepts, but should come back to you. Chapter 3, we're going to get into polynomials, and Chapter 4, and different types of functions and graphs. Chapter 4, we're going to get into like Descartes' rule and others, more polynomials. Chapter 5, we get into exponential and logarithmic equations. So that's our semester in a nutshell. That's our syllabus. So let me know if you have any questions. Hope that makes sense to you. And have a good day.